All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shoots Canoots.
I'm on Jerry.
And we're Whoopcast, a podcast full of whoop-ass.
That's right. And we're coming to you live this Saturday for the Jan Blachowicz and Israel Adesanya fight.
That's right.
It's going to be a goddamn octagon burner. You ready to see some tables, some ladders? Oh wait, that's the other one, right?
We're gonna see faces get bust the fuck in.
Seeing fists of fury.
That's right.
Goddamn right. I'm fucking ready to see it.
This the place. We're gonna get raw, live commentary brought to you by the Whoopcast. So tune in live on YouTube to the Whoopcast, a podcast full of whoop-ass.
Yeah.
Loving it! I'm so loving it! Yes! Yes, Jake, we're fucking killing it! Yo, welcome to the very first episode of the Whoopcast, a podcast full of whoop-ass.
That's right. I'm J Kid.
Bounce Ball Boogie. We're your hosts. So if you know someone that's out there whooping ass in some kind of way, definitely send their story our way. Tonight, you can join in our conversation. We got Keith, TATTNESS McCleary, that'll be joining us here shortly. But you see a little phone number scrolling down below. Don't be shy.
Give us a call. Don't be worried.
That's right.
We don't hate.
Jump in. Ask your questions. Make your comments. If you got some smart to say, go ahead and say it. We're ready to whoop some ass.
Give it to them.
No, really, though. Like when we first came up with the idea for the Whoopcast.
Fucking.
I've been so excited, man. This Saturday, as you saw the commercial, we're doing our first commentary.
That's right. Coming with the Jan Blachowicz, Israel Adesanya fight. There's Amanda Nunes. There's Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling. We're going to be broadcasting live. We can't show you the fight, but we'll be commentating the whole thing. Well, we won't be doing it. Shoots Canoots and Jer Bear will be on it. So we'll have them in. They'll be killing it for us. You know,
that's right.
It's going to be a good show.
Now, those two, they're great employees of ours.
They definitely are. They definitely are. I'm glad we brought them on.
Absolutely.
They get a little wild sometimes, but
sometimes.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's right. Well, they're good guys. Good guys,
You got to be able to wild out. And if you don't wild out, you're soon to find out that you're about to be in a whole lot of mess when you're messing with those two guys, Shoots Canoots and Jer Bear.
That's right. They'll pull out some chairs. They'll put you in an octagon, sleeper hold. It gets scary sometimes.
You're scaring me.
You never know when they're around either.
You're really scaring me, man.
I know.
All right,
so let's bring on our guest.
Well, before we do so, I want to give a little bit of a glimpse to y'all to know exactly who we'll be talking to. We got Keith, TATTNESS McCleary. Before we bring him up, we want to show you a glimpse, or a trailer, if you will, to the documentary The Other Side of Hell.
And go through what he's been through, just overcoming the adversity that has been his life. Basically, his life has been adversity.
I started to party all the time, and then it went from partying to just drinking out of wanting to die. Went into this MMA gym, and it changed my life. I had no idea how much it was going to change my life.
To overcome what he did just right from the start, it's truly astonishing. The grieving, he just became someone so different. It was so hard watching him grieve.
I thought about Madden. What would he want? What would he want me to do? Sit around, feel sorry for myself and poison myself? Or would he want me to remember who the fuck you are?
He's such an easy guy to get along with. And maybe that's just my experience. I mean, he hasn't whooped my ass. So, I ain't saying that he...
Woo!
Jeez.
Deep, right?
He's definitely a soldier, man.
Let's dig deep. Walking to the stage, Keith, TATTNESS McCleary!
How you doing, man?
Yeah, damn. Can't complain.
Who the fuck listen? I guess we will.
Got an open mic.
Holy fuck. Dennis, you're our very first guest on the Whoopcast. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, man, all the way from where you at, Nova Scotia?
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
It's an honor, bro. Fucking, I didn't know this is the first. It's like, oh, this is cool. So,
Yeah, we've been podcasting together for events, charity events and stuff, and we decided that we were going to start our own podcast. We've got a few other shows that we do, and this is our official one together. People were loving it, so decided to do it.
that's dope, man. Yeah, I got that email asking me to be on. I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. Because like I said, like normally I don't do a whole lot of guest spots because, you know, sometimes I do, and it's like it's the drizzling shits, dude. And then other times it's like really good. It's really cool.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, some people have that dry sense of humor. Gets a little boring.
Yeah, sometimes you get those people that like they'll have like 37 hosts and shit, and like the main person will ask you a question, and then as you start answering, they're sitting there like texting, like they don't give a fuck. They let their like, you know, like, why am I here, dude? You know?
They're all just reading off your IMDb list and stuff.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, really? Why? You know, so when I got the email about this, I was like, yeah, dude. And then like it was funny as shit because I was talking to my producer and I was like, yeah, I got this email asking me to come on the show. And then, you know, like, well, what's it gonna take to get on yours? I'm like, what the fuck does it take to get on my show? Like 3 hookers and a half meal will get you on my show. Yeah, dude. I'm like, fucking 3 hookers and a Happy Meal get you on my show. It ain't that elite, you know?
You got to bring some chicken nuggets, some bitches, and a 40 ounce.
I mean,
that's all we need.
Don't forget the hot sauce, motherfucker.
You forget the hot sauce, you're fucked.
Right. Well, I am flexible on the Happy Meal, though. But, you know.
Fuck yeah. Well, Tannis, I mean, I wanted to jump in, man, because when we got introduced to you, it was introduced to us as you're doing all this stuff with media, like you're creating different type of podcasts and shows. And when we dug in, we learned about your MMA history. So I kind of want to get like a background, like how did you fall into MMA? Because I saw you kind of on this trailer, kind of had a rough start, and then it quick turnaround. I went a little bit too fast, it sounded like.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I basically signed up for the military at one point at a college, and out here in Canada, when it comes to military, like we don't do much, man. You know what I'm saying? There's not a whole war going on, you know, maybe over the last beer, but you know, aside from that, fucking Canadians don't really do much in terms of war.
Right. You're not out there.
Yeah, you know, not really our thing. Like we'll go when needed, but we kind of pick our spots.
Yeah.
Right. So push
the red button.
Yeah. So I mean, I qualified for the trades that I wanted, but there was like a 3-year waiting period for that shit, and I was like, well, I got to do something. Yeah. So in the meantime, I said to my son's mother at the time that, you know, my son that passed, I was like, man, how would you feel if I was to do MMA? Because like I used to do kickboxing. I loved it back in the day. And she's like, are you kidding me, dude? You're like built like you're 6'5", 265 of fucking muscle. Like, yeah, it's kind of a no brainer. So one day I walked into a gym that's owned by a former WWE wrestler and former MMA fighter, and I just fucking, you know, it clicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man, I never walked into a gym like that. I think it's time that I do.
That's right.
I'm gonna get trained by TATTNESS.
Yeah, turned around. That's right. We're already getting it with the Get Fit Fat Kid, but get trained by TATTNESS, take it to the next level.
Damn.
Yeah, it's dope too, because when you're like in the shit, you're surrounded by like the world's best fucking nutritionists and things like that. So you learn so much shit, and all the shit that's like such a misconception. So now I've been giving people information that so far everybody's been super stoked because they're getting mad results, and it's not as boring. And like, you know, people think you got to eat drywall to fucking lose weight and shit.
Exactly. That's what I was telling him. We we have our show. It's Get Fit Fat Kid, and I was telling him when we started, you don't have to really change your diet. You just have to like exercise, kind of stay away from sugar, like certain things, and you're good to go.
Yeah, like
If you're sitting there eating a bunch of sugar, you're gonna get fat no matter what.
right, sugar and bread. People don't realize bread when it breaks down turns into like complex sugar.
Yep.
So yeah, bread's like the shit, dude. Like you don't want that at all.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing like in my family, they're all getting involved in the Atkins diet, right? And they're like all strung out on like I'm doing the Atkins diet. I can't touch that. Can't touch that. I'm over here eating a slice of pizza after losing 70 pounds in 9 months. How long? 8 months?
7 weeks.
7 weeks.
7 weeks.
Fuck ever. It feels like 18 months. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, do you still watch the fights? Are you still into MMA?
Oh, hell yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Who you got this weekend?
Oh my god, I've been so swamped. I haven't actually been fucking able to even keep up with that shit right now.
No.
But whenever I get the chance, I'm on it. Like it's so funny. I create so much damn content, but I don't really get to watch anything.
Oh, I feel you on that. I feel you. That's why we started the commentary thing, just so we can start watching the fights and get paid for it.
There you go, dude.
All right. Get paid for doing what you love, you know?
Absolutely.
Everything can be a business if you do it right.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how did you fall from being in the MMA fighting full time to go into production and media and stuff like that?
Man, that's really funny because I never saw that coming, and like now I'm in acting and shit too, which I never.
What?
Yeah, dude. So like I didn't know I was gonna do none of this shit, and when I got into MMA, it was really funny because people that got to know me in the business and in the industry were like, "Dude, first of all, you need a show of your own because you're an opinionated cunt," and
people want to listen to that.
You know, but they're like, but your opinions are educated. You don't just say shit for the sake of saying it. Like you do your fucking homework kind of deal. So, you know, I was like, I don't really know if I want to do all that. And then eventually one day I was just like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Fuck it.
I took hiatus because my son passed and whatever. I was like, I'm probably not going to go, you know, anytime soon back to getting punched in the fucking face. Like that's not my priority right now.
Right.
I don't need to. Like right now, I just need to process this. And so I figured after like a 2-year hiatus, people were probably gonna fucking move on and not even remember who the fuck I am or whatever. So I was like, if I was to do a show, who's gonna give a shit? I'd be stoked if I had like 100 fucking listeners. And I did it anyway, just kind of for myself. And I ended up with like millions of listeners like all over the fucking world. I was like, holy shit, people care. I obviously judged the whole thing.
Right.
And then I did like an Ask Me Anything show, and the amount of emails that I got in an hour and a half, I didn't even get through half of them. I was like, damn, this is crazy. So you know, it took off from there. Then I was like, damn, I'm in a position like I don't need to get punched in the fucking face anymore.
No, definitely not.
I'm taking it. I like that job better.
Making a lot more money not getting hit, using your brain instead of losing it.
Right. And I have no problem. I love it. I miss it. But it's like I realized it's the gym aspect that I've always loved the most. And I do that anyway.
Right. You go spar and stuff anytime you want to.
And I'll go spend 4 hours in the gym lifting, and that's my therapy. And it's like, I don't need to be concussed or anything. Like I haven't had a concussion yet. There's probably not much in there to damage. So I'm good on that front. But there is that, there's a first for everything. Right. And
yeah,
sure.
Kind of like, why not kind of just while you're on top,
Yeah.
Never lost yet. Why fucking, get concussed and shit. You can just call it a career, bro.
Yeah, I know someone too that they fought too soon after getting concussed, and now they're not the same. They talk slower. They can't fight anymore. Yeah, because you're not supposed to fight within a certain amount of time if you're concussed, and he still fought because he was on like the under leagues where they don't really check it,
I'm today.
Yeah, no, he's not the same.
It's no joke, man. Like I honestly thought like nothing of it. And then you start to hear the horror stories, and it's like, damn, like maybe I should start taking this a lot more seriously.
Right.
You know?
You got to protect it. That's the moneymaker up there.
Yeah, man. So, you know, it's I mean, yeah, I've probably been hit a couple times where I could like taste colors and don't know math anymore, but
See a quick star or two.
you know, no longer know math. I could taste the color purple.
Yummy.
You know, hear your hair growing, shit like that. But
Yeah, just sometimes, just a little bit.
you know,
I like the sound. That's why my hair's so long.
Damn, I don't have none. I don't know that sound. I don't know what
You
that
can hear
looks
it.
like.
That's why. See, we both have long hair.
Okay, I'm not in this one. But as in all reality, TATTNESS, in the position you're in, like, what would you or advice you would give to someone that's considering taking MMA as a career choice?
Just be cautious. Know when to like get in, make your money, and get out. And I think the biggest mistake people make is they stay too long. And it's easily done because it's kind of like a bug. You know what I mean? Once you get that in you, you don't want to quit. I still play with the idea of going back once in a while, but I'm like, for what? You know?
Quick little super fight.
Yeah, you know, and like maybe a charity thing or something would be cool. But aside from that, you know, it's like I don't need to do this shit. But there's always that like I got one left kind of mentality.
Right. Always in the back of your mind.
Right. You know, it's like, you know, it's so stupid, and it could come out at any time where you're in like the grocery store and there's like you know, someone that pisses you off and you're like, this could be the one, man. This could be that's funny.
Yeah, all right, man. Saturday night, we're selling tickets. I'm fucking you up, bro.
Right in the produce section, next to the broccoli. Throw down anywhere.
Yeah, it's fucking on.
So would that be a show that you're also developing in your gorgeous film studio you have over there? Is like you in the gym and training and
you know
background stuff?
That was pitched to me, and I was like, that would bore people to death.
I don't think so, man. I think it would inspire people, especially like a fat dude like myself, saying you know what I mean? Like, hey, I can do that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh no, I lost him. You lost internet. I'll let it circle for 5 seconds. 2.
I just got booted.
Lost you for a second.
Tooted and booted.
See, that's how they run this right here. If you don't
Right?
say, you know,
I
you
get
say
it.
wrong shit, they boot you. They're like,
nah, we're done. We're done here.
That's right.
This is America. We're cutting it all out.
We gotta go.
That's right. They're like, next time you pick fights next to the cauliflower, not the broccoli, damn it. Get off.
Right. Starting shit in the produce? Nah, we don't support that.
What do you mean you're not going to do a show about you lifting and shit? Get the fuck off our show.
They wanted to host it. that was the problem. StreamYard saw dollar signs and was like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah, they want to cut that shit out.
Right? Fuck this cat. That was hard.
That's cool though, man. I never thought of that. You know, that's me though. Like I do that where I'm like, this will bore people, and people are like, are you on drugs? Like,
right. I feel I'm the same way with filming that type of stuff. Like you just don't see the aspect or like the functionality in it, but it gives you content. People like seeing it. Different strokes for different folks.
Right. You know, and I got to keep that in mind. I just recently did a guest spot on a UK based show, and they were tripping because like they had seen my documentary, and they're like, dude, what kind of feedback have you gotten on the documentary? I'm like, honestly, the most common is like, how in the fuck did you lift fucking 245 pounds with one arm like you're bored of your skull for fucking 10 reps on the pec deck? And I'm like, really? That's what you took away from all of this? Like that? So maybe there's something there. Maybe you're onto something where people would kind of be into it. And I think it's boring. You know, maybe it just shows how fucking out of touch I am with the whole thing. Because when you're too involved in something, I guess you're too close to it, you kind of judge it differently than, you know, somebody on the outside perspective, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, fitness is one of the top industries in the world.
Yeah.
Definitely a good one to get into.
Well, I am launching like a supplement line that I've planned since last summer, but the whole COVID thing kind of like fucked it all, because people just like when you go to the gym and shit, you kind of notice like people have not really been going because of the regulations and shit like that. So if you pay attention to like supplement stores, they're always having sales because they've taken a hit in sales. So I was like, okay, I'll launch it when things calm down a little bit.
Yeah, that's how one of the reasons why Get Fit Fat Kit started that we launched. It's a at-home fitness thing. We got a bodyboard doing a 90-day fitness show so people can follow along. Realize that the upsell in home fitness went through the roof right now. It's the perfect time to jump into that. Like all the weights went out of sale, everything like that. And I saw gold right there.
Oh, for real? Yeah, it's been
so cool. I started digging. Like, let's go.
Right.
Even when you go on like social media and you go on like the sales groups and shit, and you'll see people selling like dumbbells for like $350, and you're
It's
like,
insane, right?
And it's like you got to be smoking some of that good crack because there's no damn way,
right?
But you'll go to like Walmart and they're sold out of like dumbbells and shit. Like people not being able
for months.
Yeah, people not being able to go to gyms, man. They want to kind of stay in their routine, which all the power to them. I mean, that's dope, but it's definitely created a bit of a monopoly on weights.
Yeah, definitely. That's when. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, is there? I'll be straight up and say you've been in the gym more than I ever have, TATTNESS. And is there a difference, like, from the atmosphere or the feeling you get from working in a gym or working at home by yourself?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm like an introvert kind of dude. Like, I'm weird. I'm social as shit, but at the same time, like, fuck everybody kind of deal.
I feel you. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Like, I didn't even notice there was anything going on with this quarantine shit until they closed the gyms. Then I was upset. My day-to-day life did not change at all. It's like, I got fucking people for that. When they closed the gyms, I was like, okay, now you're pissing me off. But the gyms, definitely the difference is like just seeing people going hard motivates you because I'm a competitive type person. And I'm like ridiculous. Like I'll already spend 4 hours in the gym, but if I see someone came in the same time as me, I am not leaving till they've been gone for like time. Like you are not going to outwork me. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Like it's just not.
I love it, bro.
I can't have it. But just seeing people go hard like motivates me to go hard. It's like when you're just by yourself at home, there's so many distractions. It's really easy to get lazy, and I don't like that shit. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions when you're at home. Do you have to wear masks down there when you're in the gym? Here we have to wear masks, so it really kills it for a lot of people.
Yeah, here it's like you do when you walk in. Once you're working out, you're good. And then like when you go from one station to the next, they expect you to
throw it back on.
Right, which is I don't know, it's redundant, but
yeah. Yeah, they expect you to keep it on the whole time you're working out here. Like, how are you supposed to be lifting and working with you can't breathe?
Imagine cardio.
Right? All the carbon monoxide.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No.
I mean, I got to give it a try. I got to see what this is like. Next show we do, I'm wearing a fucking mask the whole time.
Let's do it.
I'm going to see what it's like.
It's rough.
Kids, don't you worry. We're going to see what happens.
What a trooper.
Right? He's got to test it.
I got to see what the fuck's going on now.
Yeah.
But being in moving into media and stuff, what production and getting into acting are you currently working on now?
God damn. Yeah, dude, like it, like people, I've been on shows where they like kind of went through all the shit I've done. I was like, oh fuck, I've done some shit. I didn't realize because like when you're in it, it's just on to the next, right?
It becomes fog. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I'll get multiple things going. And in terms of like acting, it never crossed my mind. And I'm friends with so many people in the industry, so it's just weird that I didn't even think about it. And when I kind of got to a point in MMA, it was pitched to me like, how would you feel about acting? And I'm like, I never fucking saw myself as like an actor, but you know, I'll try pretty much anything that interests me. So that was as far as that went. And then I did a show one day where they're like, you're fucking 6'5", 265 fucking pounds of muscle. Why are you not the next Myers or Jason or whatever? And I'm like, because no one asked.
The next Rock.
So they were like, if you had the opportunity to do a horror movie and be like a killer in a horror movie, would you do it? I'm like, fuck yeah. They're like, all right, we got to make this happen. I don't fuck with those people anymore, but I took that and I was like, all right, cool. And then opportunities started coming knocking. People started adding me that were like directors and shit. And then me being me, I'm like, I could do that. I will fucking direct my own movie. Like, why not? Right?
Right, exactly.
That's what I do. So,
Exactly.
you know, I got a few things kind of in the can working on, but this COVID shit's kind of fucking held everything up. So traveling, right? You know, I'm trying to get people paid, and you know, it's like, well, travel restrictions, that's a thing. So it's kind of hard to bring people across the border and shit when they can't travel. So it's really kind of playing it by ear right now. But once, you know, the restrictions lift and whatever, then we could really get down to a couple of plans that are, I don't know if y'all ever played the video game Splatterhouse, but we're actually working on a fucking movie based off that game where it's just gore fucking city, but like in the greatest ways. It's not like, you know, torture porn or whatever. It's more like monsters getting fucked up with baseball bats and 2x4s and all this cool shit.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm in there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, hey man, I'm still looking for some people to be in that too. So
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm known to crush motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah. I'll be a monster. I don't care.
he's like, I'll fucking get smeared all over the place.
I can throw him pretty far. At least a good 10 feet.
I figured it's right up your alley too, man. I've seen your shit, and I'm like, oh, he'd love that. So
Woo, I sure would. Fucking blood everywhere.
Fuck yeah,
Right.
that's boogie.
That's dope. So I mean, when restrictions do lift up and shit, like who was your goal? Like who's the main one you? I don't know. Maybe it can even be unrealistic of who you would want to collaborate with or work with or whatever the fuck.
man, for me that's weird because like I'm friends with so many damn people that like most people were like, oh, I'd love to talk to them, and it's like, okay, cool, but I'm friends with them. Like,
Right?
like
You're all
you know,
figured
like,
out. I don't know what to tell you.
you know, I just never understood that because it's like even when I had fans come up to me at events and shit, I talk to them and then they trip out, and then it's like I'm just a dude with a cool job. Like I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like I'm friends with like CJ Graham, who was Jason in Friday the 13th Part 6 and shit like that, and people are tripping out over that. I'm like, it's just a dude, man. Like,
Exactly.
With the mask,
Exactly.
you know, actually a show that I'm doing exclusively for the Roku channel coming up is with the set designer for fucking Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4.
Oh.
And he worked on the show that I grew up watching, Freddy's Nightmares, that was based off Nightmare on Elm Street that Robert Englund did. That was dope. And he was the effects guy for Blade and shit like that. We're going to co-host together. And he pitched it to me. He was like, ever since I met you, man, I've been wanting to do something with you. I just didn't know what. So we're actually going to do a show together where we kind of take the piss from our own respective countries. So he'll fucking find like shit that was fucked up that happened in the US that week. And I'll find fucked up shit that happened in Canada, and we'll kind of talk about it together, and we'll compare. And he's a funny dude, so that'll be cool. So, I mean, in terms of working with people, I've been kind of looking for people that are just looking for opportunities, trying to get their foot in the acting door, or people that have been acting for a bit, but they just kind of want to get more exposure. But that dude, Mick, there you go. I love that shit. And then, you know, Mick, though, from, you know, the set designer and shit, man, I want him to play my character's father, because he's so fucking funny. So that I think would be who I want to work with, but that's pretty easy. Like, I get,
Right, that's a phone call away.
you know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, I bought your book, you prick.
Yeah, come on, bro. I bought you lunch the other day. What the fuck, man?
Right. Like he wrote a dope book about working on Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And it's like all stories from the set, and it's really cool. And there's cool pictures and shit. And then he'll sign it with like an insult towards you. It's really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, dude. So, I got that on him. I paid for your book, dickweed. Like,
right.
You owe me.
You gotta be my dad. Like,
right.
Well, come on. It's even. Like, that's even trade for sure.
It totally isn't as weird as it sounds, right?
Yo, what up, Kevin? Thank you for watching, man. Share a couple times.
We got people tuning in, coming in live.
That's right. That's right. You see us right now. Do you see that phone number scrolling down? You got a question, got a comment, call in. We're open, motherfucker.
Got a lot to say. Hit us up.
It's time to say it. God damn it.
So, when you got into doing the media, what brought you into creating your own Roku channel, going up against like trying to do a Netflix type thing? I heard you say you're trying to do the Netflix on steroids as a quote I heard from you.
Yeah, he does his homework. Everything I do, I have to do it like over the top ridiculous because that's what got me here in the first place.
That sounds like someone I
know. Everything can be a business, I'm telling you. Like,
get it.
It's all money. It's just there to be taken.
Right, but the thing was for me, it was more like, why do a channel that's just my content? Because that almost seems fucking egotistical and boring. I'm like, I see so much talent out there in so many genres that it's like, let's give them a platform. Yeah. Because YouTube, let's be fucking real, they're not paying anybody.
No, only select few.
And they just slashed like the monetization by 80%. So you're making nothing. So even the people that are like millionaires from that shit, that ship has sailed. It's over. That's why Twitch is now kind of capitalizing for now. But how many times can people go to that well? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to find all different genres, whether it's video game streamers, vodcasts and shit like that, like, like this, and music videos, all sorts of shit, all the most talented motherfuckers, bring them to this platform. And now I have all these marketers. Because instead of just me paying for advertising to get subscribers that'll pay fucking, $3.99 US or $4.99 Canadian a month, or $40 a year US or $50 a year Canadian. Now, instead of just me doing that, I have every content creator because they're getting a kickback of the profits. So the more subscribers, the more money they make. So it's in their best interest to kind of help out. You see what I'm saying? It's a business model.
And washes the other.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always told people, TATTNESS Co is a family, dude. Like fucking family eats together. If I'm getting paid, everyone's getting paid. That's just the way it's got to be.
Exactly. That's the same we say here at Splash Bros. If one of us is getting paid, everybody's getting paid.
I know I'm fucking hungry.
I'm not gonna. I'm not driving around in a nice car if my homies and everybody else isn't.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen way too many people that claim to, because they did a thing one time back in the day, that now they're preaching to everybody about business and bullshit. But then they're like, oh, send me fucking, material for a Roku show, but I can't pay y'all. Right. Okay. What the fuck? Like, these are people that don't have a show, so they have no need for exposure. They work a 9 to 5. Exposure for what? What do they get out of this? You get free content. They get what?
To go back to work tomorrow.
Their ego jerked off for half a second because they were seen on a Roku channel. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that shit. But I took that idea and I was like, all right, I could take this to like next level shit. I'm not doing a show. I'm doing a fucking channel because I already got a network of shows. I was like, let's take this to the next level. Fuck the network. You know what I mean? Of just podcasts. Like, let's do something big. So that's what I do. I'm fucking ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous. Fuck yeah, bro.
Oh, fuck.
That's why we have you on the Whoopcast, because it's a podcast full of whoop ass, bro. You're fucking kicking ass out there.
Hey man, I appreciate it. I mean, you
See
got
you
it.
grinding. I saw. I think it was either a video or a picture of the app. It looks really good.
Thanks, dude. Like, yeah, I design all that shit myself.
Nice.
And I mean, I don't know how I dress myself most fucking days, so I don't know.
Right, sometimes when you get so busy, you just let all that other shit go.
Fuck it.
You're like, I don't have time to fucking pick that shit up right now. I gotta get back in the office.
Right? Y'all are lucky I'm wearing pants right now. I mean,
Right? I might not be. The camera's up here.
right? But I'm always
Winnie the Pooh in it right now.
I'm always prepared in case I'm challenged on that.
He's like,
Always
damn it,
prepared.
they called me out.
Well,
I'll wait
no,
till it's a show I don't like, and I'll have like assless chaps and a Speedo on it.
Turn around when you leave.
Tetanus
Bye,
banana hammocks
motherfuckers.
now available.
That's right. That's the next one. Next $1 million idea.
When it's live and there's nothing they can do about it.
Asshole.
Oh man. So I saw there's are you a part of a cartoon? Are you a
Cartoon?
voice? Are you doing a voiceover? I did look. It was cartoonish, or it's kind of like I saw it on your IMDb.
Oh yeah.
Coming out 2021.
Yeah, Terror Tunes is a. That's
Is it a voiceover or is it a movie?
It's a movie that it's actually a cool concept. Joe Castro, a friend of mine, is doing the whole thing.
Dude, Castro's fucking dope. That fool's made some sick ass creatures out of fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fucking work is sick. I'm like, dog, I need you to make a music video for me, man. I like doing the fucking props and shit. He can fucking turn me into anything.
We gotta hit him up.
Woo! Just saying.
Yeah, dude, he's a friend of mine, and I had him on the show. And so yeah, I'm in his newest Terror Tunes 4, and I'll be a victim. So there's that.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of fun, like working with that type of stuff and that type of environment.
You know, it's funny when you never expected to do movies, and then it's like, all right, I'll do this. This is fine.
So what do you think that opportunity never came? Like, what would you be doing after the MMA thing if media never caught your attention?
Ah, shit.
know.
Probably live in the gym, be a personal trainer, and just like I'd be good with that too.
Yeah, that's not a bad life, honestly.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
you know, I can't complain. I don't need to do all this bullshit, but I gotta keep myself busy.
Yeah, the funnest part about doing all of it, like, is the money's a game. Like, you just keep playing it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I just try to keep myself out of fucking shit. You know.
That's right. All the paperwork is there.
Too much time to think. I hate. You know what I mean? Like, I just constantly am busy, and it pisses people off because then people are like, "Dude, you should be so fucking proud of like what you've done," and I'm just like, I ain't got time to look at what I've done. I'm forward focused and on to the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, being so driven and focused on your Roku channel and developing your Netflix platform, what would you say would be the one thing you'd want people to remember you by?
Shit, that's a good question. Probably the charity. Because I've got a charity for. Obviously, it's too late to save my son's life, but the condition that took his life is still killing babies, and I think that's unfucking acceptable.
Yeah.
So I founded a charity to help with the research to find a cure for it. So I think that would be it. Because if they remember it, then they'll maybe donate. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely.
Definitely.
Which we've done a lot of charity work here in the recent months.
Yeah.
Trying to help out our community as much as fucking possible, which we always run into different families that just are in this crazy situations. And I'm like, how the fuck did that even happen? And why the fuck did you even do that? You need to get your fucking ass kicked. Like, really?
Right?
Like, really? We just fired him over what?
Right?
Gonna find a goddamn solution. I mean, no damn sense. I mean, that COVID shit, like all my family, like they're in construction and that kind of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all got laid off, and they all started taking these crazy fucking like fucked off jobs, like like people wouldn't normally do. And I was like, how the fuck did this even happen? I was like, call that they don't fucking want to be us. They don't want us there. Like, what the fuck you mean you don't want us there? This is fucking wild. I was like, what the fuck?
It gets crazy. There's been people going through so much. We'd definitely like to, if you're down, throw some sort of event for your charity, help out if we can. That's definitely a cause I'd like to get behind.
That's dope, man. I love that shit.
Yeah,
definitely. Because it's always there was a year where they had to almost close their doors for a year because Denver, Colorado is the only major place. The one doctor that knows the most, who doesn't know a lot about the condition, but he knows the most, is based out of Denver. And
that's where we're at right now.
There you go. So his, research lab, it got all the funding it was going to get for the year from the government. So if it didn't get enough donations to stay open, they were going to have their doors closed for a year with no research done. And obviously we can't have that. So thankfully donations kind of fixed that and they stayed open. But it shows how much money is needed for the year to do research. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I guess I never really thought about that.
That's crazy that's right here in our backyard.
I was like, TATTNESS, I'll kidnap the guy if you want me to. Like,
we'll definitely help with that.
I mean, I can't obviously say yes to that, but you have my email.
No, but if he shows up at my door and we got some
yeah.
Shit,
I mean, if he happens to be a fan of mine and shit, come say what's up. Yeah, I'm open to it.
All right. Well, let's fucking put that together.
That's right.
Let's reach out to the guy. Let's go knock on his door. He's our neighbor somewhere.
That's right. Coming at you.
We'll make that shit happen, TATTNESS.
Coming at you.
Believe in us.
That's right. We're driving across the border. Hopefully we get through.
I love how my first appearance on the first show ever lands me in prison immediately.
All of a sudden there's knocks on our doors like, hey,
FBI.
You said live.
It's all right. Just blame the fat guy. I'll do the time. Take one for the team.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yes.
That's how it's done.
There for y'all. All the way. To the very end.
I appreciate it, man.
Well, that's dope, man. So, man, I definitely want to check out everything you're putting together with the Roku station and channel. So it's launched. It's officially out. It's launched it out. We can go watch it now.
No, not yet, man. There's so much work. Coding is a bitch. Thank God people know what they're doing because I sure as fuck don't.
I sure as fuck do not.
That's right.
Right. That's not my thing, man. But I'm the
tedious as fuck.
Right. So I'm gathering talent and content, and I'm still looking. So
dope. I
keep telling people, man, if they want to be considered, fucking email me at TATTNESS@TATTNESSCO.com and send me your shit. And
hit them up, people.
And people trip out because they think like because of all the fucking people that I'm friends with in the industry, in movies and the music industry and shit, they feel like, it's going to be like, somebody that's known and shit. I'm like, no, I'm trying to give people opportunities, dude. Yeah, it's not from like elitist shit. It's like whoever's got good content, you know what I mean? At the end of the day is what matters. I don't really give a shit otherwise. Like,
right.
I love that's like how our world's becoming is everyone's trying to lift each other up. We're so tired of living in the bullshit. Like, there's more opportunities for everybody out there if you just look.
Independent grind is a real thing.
Yeah, the independent grind has gotten insane.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I said this on my show time and time again. I'm like, when the fuck did indie become like such a filthy word? If you don't have vultures taking your money, like, I'm good. I don't fucking need everybody's money. I'm trying to give, I feel like when you reach the top of a mountain, before you find a bigger mountain, start climbing again, throw some fucking ropes down, man, and help some people out. Give people some opportunities that didn't fucking give you shit. You know what I mean? And make some lives a little easier.
Exactly. Yeah, I think coming from that type of background, like I feel like it's a lot easier for people like us to throw ropes, and we see where people have been, whereas people that are born rich, they don't even know what that life is. So to them, they don't even understand what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck, barely getting your bills. If your car breaks down, you're fucked. Like they don't understand what it's like being there, so they don't even care about helping anybody.
It's so true. I mean, I left home at 15 to get out of a bad situation. I lived on the fucking streets in the middle of winter and worked until I got a fucking place and shit. It's all in the documentary, and it's like I never forgot where I came from, man. You know, I'm a simple motherfucker. I eat steak every day because I love beef. Figuratively, literally, I'll fucking throw down with anybody. I don't give a shit. I'm always going. I'm always somebody.
I was just telling him, I was like, I'm gonna have to go through some training because I don't want to go off on one of our employees or something. Like, come on, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Why are you sitting there? Stroking your neck.
Still got that fight, like, got that fight in me. Like, oh shit, we can't. That's a lawsuit. There's no HR for the bosses. That's just getting sued.
It's tough though. Like you'll find you guys been doing shows and shit long enough. You'll fucking find you'll have someone on your shit as a guest for a few times maybe, and then you find out that they're just bitch ass motherfuckers, and then you're beefing with them and shit. People are like, "What the fuck happened?"
Right.
Enjoy the entertainment, lady.
Right.
Mind your business.
Enjoy the content.
Right. My personal assistant was like, "Why the fuck are you always involved in some shit with people? Always going at somebody." I'm like, same reason why I eat steak every day. I'm addicted to beef, motherfucker.
Well, like in my situation, like being a hip hop artist in the horrorcore world, no one takes horrorcore serious. They think it's like it's got a gimmicky type thing. And the way I found success is straight kicking doors in, man. You know what I'm saying? Like going right up to the promoter, like, yo, this is the fuck I am. This is who I'm about to fucking do. So book me.
Fuck
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, you're going to fucking see me, damn it.
You fucking put out the ads, all that.
Now you're going to get me off on a whole other thing because, like, to your point, you got ICP that fucking proved that indie is not a bad thing. It's actually, it's viewed as a terrible thing because it exposes that no one needs the industry.
Right.
Nobody needs people taking their money to do shit you can do yourself. You know what I'm saying? And
if you know how to market yourself, you can go anywhere.
Right. And being in the genre that you're in, you kind of have to do shit by yourself. Because like you said, people don't want to take it seriously until it's dope as fuck. And then it's like, oh, now we can't ignore it. But you end up doing it yourself. But that benefits you because then you don't have that overhead. You don't have these vultures taking shit they didn't work for.
Right. And that's the only reason I fell into like doing podcasts and shit, because no one wanted to book me. Like, you don't want to fucking book me because I'm a scary rapper? Like, what the fuck? There's scarier rappers out there toting guns and have hoes in their videos. I got a motherfucking dude bleeding out of his fucking face. What's the difference? It's still evil as fuck, no matter how you look at it. Except my story's better.
The video's a lot cooler, at least.
It's a lot cooler, too. You're just wrong to be a hater. Because I'm the one that gives a fuck to fucking request to be on the motherfucker. And that's how we did it. It's like, fuck, everyone's doing our goddamn selves. I'll book my fucking self.
Fuck yeah, and then you get in that mentality, like you said, where just do it all. Just do it all myself. Like, oh, that's got to get done. I better learn how to do it.
I'm a fucking steamroller. Give two shits.
Well, shit. I mean, what do they say about if you want something done right, do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're on to something, man.
That's true. We do look pretty good right now. Look, all three of us are shining.
Just shining.
And, that's what I learned, man, as I was, getting more in the independent grind and finding just a little bit of success that I have found, is that motherfuckers that haven't made that level or whatever we want to call it have advice or tips like, yo, you don't want to do that. Like, yo, you shouldn't do this. Like, yo, how the fuck you never fucking done it? Like, I don't even know what to say to those naysayers.
Dude, it's usually that's just it. It's usually the shit no one wants to do, especially when it comes to art. Like Rob Zombie fucking said, art ain't safe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The art, when you touch on something most people think you shouldn't do, that's exactly what you should do.
Yep.
Because it's a gamble, man. And I would rather do something that rubs people the wrong way than apathy, and where like no one gives a fuck.
Right.
They don't love it, they don't hate it, they don't care.
Yep.
That's the word.
You can't be vanilla ice cream. Everyone's okay with vanilla ice cream, but nobody loves it. No one hates it. It's just there, bland.
Actually, it's actually my favorite ice cream, you dick.
Well, thanks for killing the analogy, bro. Fucked it all up.
I had to throw.
I thought I was smart there for a second. I was like,
I saw an opportunity. I had to throw you off the game.
That's right. Well,
that's right.
I'm back on.
We're training.
A sparring session over ice cream. I love it.
That's right. Sometimes you gotta fight about what you love, you know.
Fuck yeah, give a damn. So with that being said, when is your prediction, or do you even have a set date or a goal, or would you want to have the Roku shit launching?
I'm aiming for it by summer.
Woo! This summer. All right,
dude. Because the thing is, you'll notice, like, let's be real, when we do podcasts and shit, we're kind of like doing advertising. So it's kind of like not the most paid fucking gig.
Yeah.
So when you expect people to pay for shit, it's got to be next level. So I'm being selective about the kind of content that I accept. So I don't want to rush anything. I'm looking through candidates and I'm like, okay, does this look like it was filmed on a fucking potato? Or, you know, does this look like it was shot by Helen Keller? Or did somebody know what they were doing? You know what I mean? And I'm finding things that were well done. And I'm like, all right, I want this. I want this. Hit them up. They're usually pretty gung-ho about it. And also variety. That's the thing, right? Is trying to find all sorts of content.
Right.
And, you know, so that's another aspect. And we're doing everything, like I said, from video game stream videos to fucking documentaries and shit. And people are like, are you gonna put yours on there? I'm like, dude, this is not about me. Like, my shit's on DVD. You can fucking buy it. I want other people's shit to be kind of displayed, you know what I'm saying? And not make everything about me. So it takes time because it's like you're not in control of the content that you get. It's a matter of how much good shit you come across that's waiting to be discovered. And you know what's been really cool though is the fact that people have been so gung-ho about it without even hearing that they're gonna get paid. They're just like, fucking hey, I'll do this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even tell you the coolest part.
Right. You didn't even ask the right questions.
Right. You know, but that tells me that they're in it for the right reasons, and that's cool. And then when they find out, like, dude, the more subscribers, the more money everybody makes, including you, it's like, holy shit, for real? I'm like, well, yeah. You know, like, I'm not here to leech off your name. I've got a name of my own. I've done all right. I don't need your talent to make me a few bucks. I'm good. You know?
Right.
You know, it's like I'm trying to give you all opportunities and more than what like YouTube would give you. So I'm not rushing it, but I would like to get it launched by summer. That'd be ideal. Because summer I'm also scheduled, if everything goes well, to start filming in Edmonton, Alberta. Filming a movie, so that'd be cool. But with this restriction shit, it's just up in the air.
Right. Hear that. So is there anything that you're kind of searching for right now specifically, like a certain niche, certain genre, it's a certain something that you haven't fucking seen yet that you're searching for? Or is it something you don't even fucking know, I guess? So you're like,
No, right?
You're not looking for it, I guess you really don't know what that would be.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. But when I see it, I'll know.
But if you were, what would it be?
That's a good point. I mean, if I haven't seen it,
Right.
I'm
So
not
you really don't know what you're missing at that point, you know.
Like, when we're filling up our channel, I mean, we're looking for like a entrepreneur type thing where two guys are like looking for business opportunities and talk about that kind of shit.
TV shows, like we've got the
scuba diver people that want to go underwater and do that kind of weird shit. Well, I can't say weird; it's pretty dope, actually.
right.
I don't know.
See, I immediately go to a dark place where I'm like, if I haven't seen it yet, do I fucking want to?
Right.
And
Yo,
maybe
that's some dark web shit.
Maybe it's really weird, and I'm not sure I want to see.
Right.
Welcome to the late Roku.
And then what if you like it?
$20.99 to access these streams.
That's right.
Yeah, if it's too weird for me, that's a problem. Like,
that definitely shouldn't be out there.
Like, okay, here's where I'm gonna fucking settle this. Anybody that has some shit that's like even too weird for me that I've never seen it before, if you're gonna email it to me, email me your address to send you my therapy bill as well, just in case. And you know what I'm saying? If I need some compensation, because it's that fucked up. But otherwise, I mean, we have our like areas, I guess, where we're lacking in content thus far. Video game streamers, for some reason, like I guess because of Twitch, and they're doing all right because of donations and shit. Yeah. And then you have Facebook that, like, I don't know, there's a whole thing with like the streamers. If they go through Apple and shit, Apple takes a good cut of their money. So they're steering away from that, and it's a whole thing. So like I don't know how hard that's going to be because they're pretty set. The ones that are like doing really well, that have like a good stream that's like entertaining, they're pretty set. They don't need the money because they get enough donations and shit. So it's going to be a little tough to get something worth having, and I'm not going to settle. But in terms of shit I haven't seen before, that's fucking unique. I don't know. I don't know what that entails, but I'm sure I'll find it now. And you know, I'll fucking that upsets me now. I don't even want to find it. I want to create it. I want to be responsible for my own shaking my head. Like, what the fuck is this? Right. Like, oh, yeah, it's your shit.
Pushing that next level Rob Zombie type shit. Making him look.
That's another friend of mine too, is Dig Fairs from the Rob Zombie reboot of Halloween. He's on my show. And that's like, man, he's a rapper now. So I'm like, yo, yeah, dude. So it's like he played. Yeah, for those that don't know, the one that played Young Myers, the creepy ass kid that like you just knew something was wrong.
That's crazy.
That's dope. I need a feature right away.
Is he like a Juggalo type rapper? Or?
Oddly enough, that's what I would expect. But he's like more into more current shit. That's like that trap shit kind of deal. And probably be mad as fuck that I said that, but that's how it sounds. But I support him. That's my boy. He was on my show. His mom was on my show too, because she's his manager, and she's done some cool shit, and she's an actress and shit. I'm friends with all of them, man. And Ken Sagos from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 is another friend of mine. I would love to get on my channel, but he just does like the guest spots kind of shit. He doesn't really do a show, so I'll fix that. But he does like movies now.
Nice.
So, yeah, he played Kincaid in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4. And like I was telling people, man, like that dude's a pioneer, because like no one realizes he's the first black fucking character in a major worldwide movie to survive from beginning to end in a horror movie.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So he was actually like awarded a record, like a fucking pioneer of doing that. So of course in Nightmare on Elm Street 4 they kill him off in the first 10.
Right.
You know, why not?
No,
right?
We can't have that.
But he survived 3.
You can't have 2 plaques. Right?
We can't have that.
Greedy at that point. Come on, man.
Standard fucking enough.
That's expensive. It's bronze, man.
Yeah. But he does a lot of charity stuff too, which is really cool. And he like helps people. He's actually financed people that became doctors and shit. So that's really cool.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
That's awesome. That's the whole point of all this, is to give back, in my opinion.
And that's exactly what his charity's called, is giving back.
Really?
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Nail on the head there, Jay.
that's what it's all about. Like I said, when you go through that type of childhood and stuff, you just want to give back, help. I don't want to die rich. I want to die knowing I made a change.
Power to that. Speak
Hell
on
yeah.
that.
So when you started your charity, did you create like a full foundation, or is it just something that do you just donate to the people here, or do you have a full thing set up?
I mean, at the end of the day, like that's basically what it ends up being anyway. Is like, even though it's a foundation, it gives it to the proper sources that are, actually doing the research, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Denver will be the main recipient of the money because that dude committed to this. You know what I mean? That doctor committed to NKH research, and I love that because somebody has to, because it's a genetic thing, and because it's so rare, it's not getting the attention it deserves because both parents have to carry the gene to create this. And even then, my son had a 75% chance of not having this shit, and he ended up with it and it killed him. But at the same time, they gave him 2 weeks to live, and he passed. He decided on his terms 9 days after he turned 2 years old that he was done fighting this shit. So to me, that's the most badass thing. And people are like, oh, you're an MMA fighter. I'm like, dude, I'm an athlete. He was the fighter.
Right.
I learned from him, and that's why I took what I was doing to the next level, because he's just fucking, it would be an embarrassment in his name to fucking not push this to like higher levels. And then it became this big umbrella for all this other shit I'm doing. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Definitely want to help out as much as possible, especially finding that guy in Denver. See what we can do, man. Put something together, man. We've been on a roll lately with these charity events. We can fucking pop something big.
Yeah, definitely got to do something.
Something legal.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. If we come up with a bag full of money, just double check for the ink pack. Don't want that going off in the research lab.
I love it. We've gone from kidnapping to bank robberies, like all in one night. It's dope.
We're whooping ass tonight.
That's right. First episode
around here.
You got to go big on the first one.
That's right. Kicking in doors, blowing up vaults.
You know,
and not driving to Nova Scotia.
That would have worked if it wasn't a video fucking show.
He had something in his eye.
Yeah.
He's got allergies.
All these lights behind me. Fuck.
They say that about them fucking laptop screens. Eventually, it just fucks with your eyes.
That's right. That blue light. That blue light.
Gotta
get that blue blocker sponsor.
Well, Tennis, with that being said, what would be the one message you could give to your fans, viewers, subscribers? That one message from TATTNESS to them.
Oh, shit. Man, never, ever, 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 ever let anyone's limitations be placed on you. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do shit. I spent my whole life hearing that bullshit, and that's what made me fucking do what I'm doing. If someone else can't do something, that's on them. But don't let nobody tell you what the fuck you can't do. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the biggest takeaway, if everyone, for those that like know what my life was like, I advocate that nobody can control the hand they're dealt, but it's damn sure on you how you play that hand.
I love it.
Absolutely.
That's real. That's real. So when you were struggling with alcohol, what was the main thing that helped you quit?
It's actually funny. I was dating somebody at the time that was like, here's the deal. If we're going to do this, that stops now. I'm not gonna watch you kill yourself. And I was like, cool, done. And then I didn't touch the shit for like a year, which gave me time to like deal with all the stuff that like I kind of ignored that was causing it, because my life has been fucking, ridiculous.
Just madness.
Like I'll condense it into a nutshell of like 10 months old, my mother was out of the picture, and I don't know, what story is true. I hear she split, left me in a dumpster to fucking die. I hear I was taken from her by my old man, who's a dick. He was abusive as shit. It's in the to the point where I don't even feel pain anymore. Shit like that. So then I left home at 15, lived on the fucking streets, get out of a bad situation. And, by that point at 15, you spent 15 years of your life being told you'll never be shit. You're worthless. You'll never do nothing. And you believe it. And then I lost so many fucking people that were close to me, that were important to me. Someone that became a father figure to me, my oldest child's grandfather, committed suicide. And, just as I really got close with him, and it was just loss after loss. Then my cousin passed when she was 15, and just overnight out of nowhere. And that was like a baby sister to me. So it was like one thing after another. And eventually I just didn't deal with anything, and I let it bottle. And then one day it just, you know what I mean? It became like a functioning addict kind of deal, where you drink a 2-4 plus a day and go to your job and do your job well. And then you come home and close that door, and everything changes, right? And you just don't want to be here anymore. And you become somebody else, and it's just so fucking dark, and it's really weird. So then you meet somebody that kind of cares enough about you, where you start to give a shit about yourself enough, at least for their sake, and then you feel better, and you kind of detox and whatever. And they split, but it's like they came along to do what they needed to do to keep you around, and then it's on to the next, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, like eventually I quit smoking cigarettes too, and I fucking traded that for the gym, because I was preparing for the military, for the basic training. And then I fell in love with the gym, and I went from 6'5", 180 pounds, skinny as shit, to 265 fucking,
Fucking monster, bro.
Yeah, dude. And people are like, what steroids are you using? I'm like, are you on crack? Just the fucking thought of steroids terrifies me, dude. Like, I would never, like, I ain't got no business genetically altering my makeup and shit. That's fucked up. Like, there's no goddamn way.
Yeah,
I just put in work, and I'm still like, I still view myself as small, because I see myself every day, right? So like, I don't
right?
see,
you don't see the muscle and stuff. You just see like, it just looks regular, right?
yeah. So then other people see me and they're like, holy shit. I'm like, what? Like, dude, how the fuck do you find time to be that big? I'm like, I'm looking at like, I want to be this size, and they're looking at me at where I'm at, and we're seeing two different things. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this is pathetic. And they're like, you're fucking like, you're out bench pressing like minivans, for Christ's sake. And like, and I'm like, I wish
I got to do more.
I literally changed gyms multiple times because I fucking outgrew the amount of weight that they had max.
What?
You just got to move up.
What's their max weight you lifting then? Like,
well, I mean,
now I'm lifting the gym. So I lift the gym itself. Sometimes I need to move it from place to place. I just carry it, throw it over my shoulder.
That's so intense.
It ain't nothing.
Who ain't filming this?
Like I said in the documentary, like, you'll see me on the pec deck lifting fucking 245 with one arm for 10 reps, and I look like I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. And people are like, could you maybe pretend that that's fucking difficult for you or challenging, so the rest of us don't feel fucking bad about ourselves?
Bro, add some more weight. What the fuck, dick?
The fucking machine maxes out at that. So like, I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Dumbbells for chest presses and shit were like 110. Now what do I do? I'm at a gym now where it goes up to like 150, which is great. Because 110 sucks.
Right.
And they're like, dude, that's 110 pounds each fucking arm. What is wrong with you? And I'm like, is that a lot? You know, like,
That's because a lot of people, they don't push it. Like they count, they stop once they hit 10, they're good. You're never going to be able to keep going and keep going. You're the type that you just fucking push, and push.
So you can't push no more.
Yeah, until fucking, that's that competitiveness.
yeah, but I mean, like 110 pounds per arm. I'm like, okay, that was cool back in the day, but like, I kind of want something heavier.
Right? Yeah.
You know, like eventually that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
You know, but people are like, I don't even fucking get to that, and you're like outgrowing it. And then like with leg day, I hate leg day. People are like, it looks like you fucking love leg day because you're like, oh, I'll just keep it light for now and do 730-pound fucking squat presses.
Jesus.
And that's your warm up. What the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, it sucks. I hate it. It's boring. You know, and then I move on, and people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, they're like, my personal assistant was like, you know, that's not normal for people, right? Like normal people don't do this shit. And I'm like, oh, for real? Like, I don't pay attention. Like, I just do what I can do. I don't view it like people think, where it's some, you know, it's really funny when it comes to weightlifting. I think people are egotistical because they're like in front of the mirror at the gym and whatever. I'm like, you have no idea. They're picking themselves apart. They're not admiring themselves.
Exactly.
They're like, there's so much wrong with this I got to work on. There's so much wrong with this I have to work on. The mirrors are there for that and to make sure your form is correct. Like, it's not about admiring yourself. You're actually the most brutal critic on yourself. Honestly, you're not admiring yourself like you're some fucking Adonis and shit. You're actually kind of shitting on yourself when most people look at you like, Jesus Christ, you know?
Right? Yeah, no, there's just a little bit right here. Got to get that. That's a little bit smaller than the right. No, can't fucking do it.
I love that you said that too, because I get so pissed that my left shoulder pops more than my right. And I look at the size difference and I'm like, what the fuck? And even my arms, like my triceps are bigger on my left and whatever. And I get really obsessive over it, where I get really pissed off.
We were just talking about that same thing. It's on mine too. I was just telling him today, I was like, I'm a fucking freak. The left's bigger.
Do you want to know why?
Yes.
It's activating when I'm doing like push-ups and stuff. For some reason, I'm using it to overcompensate.
Nope. There's a reason for everybody. Your heart is on your left side. So the blood pumps to that side first. So everybody's going to experience the same thing. Your heart's on the left side. So you're always going to have a bit bigger because the blood flow is always going to be predominant on that side.
Makes a lot of sense.
So it's literally normal for everyone. It's literally normal for every human being. There's no exceptions. It's not a fucking 50% and then the other 50. It's not like the cilantro thing where like some people taste soap, other people like the fucking taste. It's literally across the board. Everybody's heart's on the same side. So
right.
It's something I had to learn to just get the fuck over it, you know, because I can't change it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
how
stop
much work I
staring
do.
at it.
Wow. You're not a freak.
I don't know yet.
It's
gonna take me a while to get over. All right.
I'm still obsessed with it. I still get
Right.
I still think about like, what if I just do a little bit more reps on the right side? And try
That's exactly what I'm doing. I gotta do it on this side. Fucking.
You know, I'm like, I gotta make this symmetrical. Like, fucking, this is bullshit.
Right.
What? I didn't know it was a thing. It's a thing.
It's maddening
For everybody.
It's so annoying.
It is because I'm right-handed, so I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
But my left side's bigger.
Yeah, it's definitely. I can't stop staring at it. But speaking of, you said your personal assistant thinks you're crazy when you're working out. When was it when you got to that point when you started hiring people and started your company, got your personal assistant?
That's a huge step.
That is a big step. Was that straight from MMA? You had your team from there, or?
Yeah, I mean, Tatness Co. started out honestly in a shithole basement apartment in Toronto area in Ontario, Canada. Um, the year that my son was going to be born, and the idea was that he would take over when it was time, and then he was born with a terminal condition, and that was all out the window. And then it was like, what do I do? Do I throw this fucking thing out the window? Or do I make him proud and fucking push this to like high limits? And I was like, I can't scrap this. Fuck that. So I got to do whatever I can for him. And once his condition started worsening, that's when I got my personal assistant, because I was starting to be so preoccupied with just what's going on mentally. I couldn't keep up with everything, you know, like when he was diagnosed, I couldn't keep up with everything in terms of the road, and shit like that, where it's like, you got a radio show to do in like New York or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, I do. You know, I'm glad I knew my appointments I was worried about were his, not what the fuck I had going on for me. So I was like, I'm struggling just to like kind of get through life, let alone being known now and relevant. And it's so weird. It's like the 15-year-old kid nobody fucking, you know, or the newborn kid apparently nobody fucking wanted because nobody wanted to raise me and shit. Now everyone fucking cares about me. It's weird to me. So becoming fucking known all over the world and like, you know, I hate the term fucking famous or whatever, but it's like it was so hard to adapt to. And then it's like everyone wants you to do the radio shows and shit. I was like, I fucking need help, dude. And someone super close to me was kind of like, I'm done with my retail shit job. So over it, you know. And I'm like, how would you like to make stupid amounts of money?
Right.
And travel, and I'll cover fucking everything. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I get to hang out with like my best friend on the planet and get fucking paid for it. Like, yeah, dude. She's like, I'm all over it. And she's so on point and puts up with so much shit because I'm a fucking idiot. So, like, I'll come in her hotel room at like 5 a.m, eating pancakes and jumping on our bed, wound the fuck up on like 47 sugar-free Monster energy drinks. Like, let's go, we got shit to do. And she's like, are you fucking serious?
It's time to start the day.
Right. And she's like, why do you not sleep? Why are you always like this?
Awesome.
My agent hates me, I'm sure, pretty much because he told me. Because I smoke weed a lot. Let's be real. And then I have these stupid thoughts.
Try some of that.
Right. So I have these like ridiculous thoughts, stoner thoughts at like 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
I'll text them. I'll be like, dude, you know what I just thought? Like, why is there fucking Batman shampoo, but there's no conditioner Gordon? And I get a response, I fucking hate you. Because I woke him up at 3 a.m. for this shit.
That's a good point, though.
And
Conditioner Gordon.
And he's been putting up with me for years, so it's fun. Maybe not for him, but fuck it, whatever. He still stays around, so I think he likes me more than
he must like you a little bit, huh?
You know, I think he likes me more than he lets on. Because sometimes he'll smile and shake his fucking head and be like, "I hate you," and he'll walk away. I'm like, "You kind of like me a little bit."
I can't let him know.
Right. So, you know, yeah. When my son was diagnosed and his mom bailed because it fucked her up, and you know, it was a whole thing. Like, we were engaged and she split because it fucked her up so bad that I was a mess. And I was like, I gotta fucking make both of them proud to some degree if I can. And I went from doing like a corporate career to like being known all over the fucking world. So, you know, it kind of happened really quick. And so I needed that kind of voice of reason, I guess, on the road that's going to keep me on track and not let me kind of fuck things up for myself. And so my assistant's been a blessing, to be honest.
Power to the assistant.
That's right. Respect to her.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's such a fucked up term. Personal assistant sounds like a slave, and it's like, dude, she goes above and beyond and does shit like I would never have her do. Like, she'll go get me coffee. I'm like, don't do that. You're not like the coffee fucking fetcher, you know, like.
Right.
And she's like, no, dude, you're gonna need it, you know. And I'm like, it's not like part of your job, you know. It's, if anything, I'm probably paying you just to kind of hang out. And she does so much work.
You're doing too much. You're supposed to just be chilling, having a good time. Like,
right?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
You're supposed to be hanging out with me. What the fuck?
Right.
That's for the best, damn it.
You know, basically she's my babysitter. So yeah, let's call it what it is.
Understandable. Sometimes you gotta have one. Get a little crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm ridiculous.
End up punching the doorman or something.
You never know.
You son of a bitch. What you looking at?
I mean, they do get a little snooty sometimes.
For real.
Especially 3 a.m, goddammit.
Right? Yo, bro, let me tell you my ideas, god damn it. Why is there no conditioner, Gordon? He's all, bro, man, I'm just trying to chill.
I'm just trying
For real though, there's Batman soap. Fuck, man.
Put the phone down.
I mean, it wasn't my finer moment, but it was a deep, burning question that I needed an answer to.
Now I need to know.
There you go.
Someone please give us a call and answer that.
Yeah, the number's been in your face for the past hour. What you waiting for?
Right. I want answers, damn it.
That's right. No one's putting up the bat signal or anything.
I mean, I hate you is not exactly an answer to my fucking question. So
It's not.
Should I fire him? Like,
yeah, damn it. This is not what I expected at 3 a.m.
Fire him and hire Jay. There we go.
You need to be on top of it.
Jay's ready to go.
I'm all, you know what? We do need to find that out.
On it.
I'm making the call right now.
Jonathan & Johnson, what the fuck?
right. I think it's unfair. There's Batman shampoo, which is great. But why is there not conditioner Gordon? That to me is a marketing fucking miss.
We got to get this shit done now.
That's a missed opportunity right there.
That's definitely a 3 a.m. call for sure.
I answer the burning questions, bro.
Right? He probably hates you because he couldn't go to sleep after that because he's all, motherfucker, why isn't there?
That is exactly, it's got to be it.
He's all, why did he call me with this?
That's got to be it. It's not that for most people I'm like chewing on tinfoil. It's obviously because he now is concerned as much as I am.
Right.
Gotta be it.
He's been making calls this whole time. He's like, I know. Remember when you called me at 3 a.m. 4 months ago? I figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking injustice, you know.
It'd be even more great. Like he comes back with the receipt. Guess what? We just invested in Tetanus.
Johnson & Johnson.
You just bought a whole new stock.
I would so not be mad.
Diversified the portfolio.
I'm excited now. If he doesn't do this, I'm giving him 24 hours to do this, and if he doesn't, he's fired.
Yo, bro, I was on a podcast. You've got to call Johnson & Johnson right fucking now.
Look what we did. We sparked a large amount of action we've done here.
That's right. It's got to be done. It's a missed opportunity.
Oh shit.
I also don't think that he appreciated that my other stoner thought at like 3 or 4 a.m. was that Johnson & Johnson logo should be like 2 dicks because that's what it reminds me of.
Fucking sword fighting.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And like, I'm not sure I want a part of that, but
he's all, bro, how high are you right now? About 6'5".
Higher than giraffe pussy.
So how's the weed up there? Because we got some killer here in Colorado. I was just taking dabs before the show.
I'll bring the best Colorado strain up to your greatest Nova Scotia strain any day.
Oh,
that's right. We got to have a battle.
Yeah, we do. I win either way.
There is no loser in this contest.
If that claim is true, I still get some of the best shit ever. I am fucking down for this. The shit is golden here. Like, I'll get it delivered to my fucking door. So
What?
edibles too, which is cool.
Is there a limit like on the strength on edibles, or can you get like the good shit, like 500 milligrams, 1,000 milligram?
Oh, we get good shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
all legal here across the board. The whole country.
That's a beautiful thing. We're close. We're close. Well, decriminalized. We're decriminalized. We're not. Yeah, we're not that close.
It seems so bizarre.
Sucks here, man.
It seems so bizarre to me that like states are all different there.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I went and did a show in a different state where they don't have any weed. It's fully illegal. It's like a felony. You'll go to jail. Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
You get caught with some weed, you're going to jail. You're doing like some time. I was like, what the fuck? It's like going back to the 90s. It felt so weird. They still had swag. Yeah, it's crazy living here. Like,
I remember I went and I stood a night in jail because I got busted with plants. I was growing plants, and they were still little babies, little seedlings, just sprouting. They're like this tall.
They took you to jail.
Yeah, they pulled them out like they were big bad motherfuckers. I'm throwing my plants around them. You're going to jail. Spent the night in there,
killing babies and shit.
Nothing. That was retarded. Now I think about it, stupidest shit ever.
It's crazy. So are you guys allowed to grow freely? Is there any like plant account or anything?
You're allowed a certain amount of plants per
nice.
household. Yeah.
Yeah. See, we got the plant count too. I was hoping you guys didn't have a plant count. No, I just got a backyard full.
I have a whole farm.
Are you into growing at all?
I don't know the first goddamn thing about it, to be honest with you. And those fucking spider mites are a bitch. And I'm just like, the whole thing's a headache. I don't know shit. I can't even keep a plastic fucking tree alive. So, I mean, you know,
died second day.
Yeah, I mean, but when I lived in Niagara Falls, that was dope because I had a friend whose neighbor had a farm where he was like, before the shit was legal, like we're talking years ago, this motherfucker had like a patch of plants that would grow over her fence. So she helped herself to like free weed all the time.
Hell yeah.
So therefore would never charge me because, oh, I got it for free. It's yours for free. I'm like, nice. Man, that. And it was good shit. So,
yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait till that day. I mean, I guess it was illegal back then too. We need to just start growing some plants.
Yes.
Get some big ones growing. We'll let them grow over the fence so the neighbors can get some weed too. That's like the perfect thing. I'm all like, the weed tree's free for everybody.
Until the teenagers find it and they start plucking them more than anybody. You fucking assholes.
Come out one day, the whole plant's gone.
You know, they uprooted the whole thing. Greedy pricks.
They would too.
Took the soil and everything.
So I saw on one of your podcasts you were talking about how drinking over there, you can always tell when Americans come over to get drunk because we're wild and crazy as fuck. You guys, since you're around it and it's such an early age, you guys don't have the crazy partiness, or is it? It's just a different style.
We totally do, but like when you live in Niagara Falls, you could tell the youngins that come over because you got to be 21 over there. You got to be 19 here. So they love it. They'll come over across the border, get fucked up in a bar at 19, and then try to drag their asses back to their side of the border. All sorts of fucked up.
Wow.
Sounds like a good time.
You know, it's entertaining as shit to watch.
That'd be funny.
It is.
No idea.
Right, there's your show right there.
Right? That if I lived in that area still, that would be
the drunk people.
Exactly. And you know, we had our own thing going on. When I lived in Niagara, on our side of the border, we have this big sky wheel fucking thing, right? And so you get in this little compartment. It's like a big ass Ferris wheel, but you got like this compartment that you sit in. It's got a light and shit you can fuck with. And we would turn the light on. We sit there and roll our weed while we're fucking going in a circle. And then we would walk down the main street smoking our fucking joint and look at the falls, because at night they light it up with multicolored spotlights. And by the time you realize how high you are, you're like, dude, that water is so beautiful because it's all lit up and shit. And then there's this big ass arcade right on the main street. So right next to it is a fucking Wendy's. So you go get your fucking burger and your food. You get your Wendy's out of the way. You go in, play some video games. Then you got all the wax museums, like the horror fucking wax museum and shit like that. So like it's entertainment. The only cops in sight were standing in line at nightclubs to make sure that no bullshit happens. So like nobody gives a fuck that you're smoking a joint in general public walking down the street. You're never bothered. So we had so much fun. And then we would go to 7-Eleven afterwards, get our fucking like, you know, food groups of sugary, salty, get your fucking Slurpee. You know, you got something for every need. And
Bro, that sounds
like
awesome.
Woo, got the party mix.
it was a whole fucking process, dude. It was down to a science. It was an art.
I definitely want to go and do that.
Oh, we're going.
And everything's still shut. I can't.
Don't worry.
I can't wait till things
Right,
open
a
up.
little longer. We're almost there.
We're almost there. We're almost there. That sounds awesome. So, do people usually trip when you're walking around smoking weed? Because we do it around here all the time, and no one gives a fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Nobody ever noticed. Like, even though it was illegal at the time, nobody said shit.
Yeah, like usually no one gives a fuck. They're just like, oh, that guy's smoking weed. Cool. Most people don't care. And until you get that like one stuck up person.
Oh, Karen.
Are you smoking weed?
Yes, Karen, I am.
Fuck.
Get the fuck out of here.
I remember the funniest time. This is to tell you like what Niagara Falls on our side of the border was like. It was so funny. I was high as a kite, and there's a bunch of us walking, and we see these Asian tourists in this like huddle on the sidewalk taking a picture, and they're all taking pictures. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on over there that they're taking pictures? They all like disperse a little bit. They're taking pictures of a fucking raccoon. They've never seen a raccoon before, I guess. Which would make sense.
Yeah.
Because they're tourists from fucking like China. But to us, raccoons are just like, you know, trash bandits, like fucking
Right?
You know.
Trash pandas.
Yeah, like you said all the time. It's nothing to us, but to them. So that was funny as fuck when you're high. You're like, holy shit.
I'm pointing at them, laughing.
Right. I'm laughing my ass off like they've never seen a fucking raccoon before. And it just puts it in perspective of like how different things are.
Right.
Makes you laugh.
I get that. I remember one time I was sleeping homeless in LA, Los Angeles, because I was like, trying to go for it, right? And I found a spot behind this building, and it had like a little stairwell. You go up there and you can fucking hide out so people can't see you sleeping and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Like it was really the coldest it could possibly be in California.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 a.m, and I woke up and there's this fucking possum. I thought it was a rat. I'd never seen a possum in my life. And the possum just fucking he's just looking at me, or I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And all he just goes,
what the fuck?
I'm like, oh my God, I scream. And it jumps at me, dog. It jumps at me. So now it's on me. And I'm like freaking the fuck out. Possum, the fucking possum. And so I was fucking fighting with myself, dog. And then the possum fell and ran away and whatever. But it was fucking scary as fuck.
That'd be scary as
That was my
fuck
first
to
and
wake
last
up
encounter
to.
with a possum. Fucking Denver people.
We had a lot of possums in Niagara, but they play dead when you see them.
This one didn't.
That one
I
had
should
a
have played dead. What the fuck? Why didn't I think of that?
He was gonna fuck you up, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
That one had a vendetta. Like it fucking hunted you down, bro.
Fuck yeah, he's all, I'm gonna eat this fucking guy.
Oh, look at this juicy fella.
That one had a fucking beef with you that you didn't even know about.
And, like maybe I rolled over on him
He's
like when I was like sleeping and shit. Like this is my fucking sleeping spot.
Really?
Bitch.
So what the fuck's this guy
Hold on,
doing in
you're
my
high,
spot?
bro.
That was a turf war, bro. You
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
threw it.
You slept on the wrong
I
spot
could've
that
got rabies
night.
that day. Now I think about it.
Fuck yeah, you probably still
fuck.
have them.
What if I do? That's why I'm so crazy.
That's why you're fucking losing weight so much. It's not even the workout
It's
shows.
the possum poison.
That's right. It's the rabies.
It's those night sweats that he had. Possums.
That's why he's been foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell anyone about that.
Oh yeah. Shh. So starting this empire, building it, what is your favorite part about this whole thing? This whole journey, what would you say is the most rewarding? Giving back, giving people the opportunity to make money, your charity work.
Ooh, that's a long list.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, right. I saw your post about your son wanting to get a job and everything. So you're doing good on the father side. You're a great father. What do you think is your favorite part and your biggest accomplishment?
Damn, I appreciate that, man. Honestly, the fucking biggest thing for me is so personal. It was because of my son, when he was alive, still not being, because of his condition, he would not be mentally able to appreciate toys and shit. I started a charity where I would, and I'm still doing this on top of the charity for the NKH research, but I was helping less fortunate families that couldn't afford to give their children a Christmas. And I would give each child 7 gifts each. And there's a rule of 7 that's in the documentary about somebody, when I was 15, in a 7-Eleven trying to get warm, looking at magazines. They realized like 5 a.m. a 15-year-old out here is probably not, a good situation. She came and paid for her gas, whatever, long story short. And I never forgot, after like 20 some years, that she came up to me with a $2 coffee and a $5 bill and said, "Take care of yourself," and walked out before I could be like, "I don't take handouts, but thank you," whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that $7 gesture always meant everything to me. So now I got a rule of 7. I find 7 families, minimum 7 gifts per child. And, fucking a family that I helped out because their father was a roofer, and, when winter hits, no jobs, laid off, and shit tight. They can't provide a Christmas for their child. They came to pick up the gift that I was donating. They didn't know what I was doing. And they're like, "So which one's hers?" And I was like, "That pile over there." Like, "What?" And I'm like, "It's fine." I said, "That big one though, that's like a new Razor scooter. It's going to be too heavy for her to pick up. You might want to grab that one, but don't worry about it." The next year, because they had said, I hope next, we'll soon be in a position to do what you're doing and kind of help you give back to people. The next year, I found out in a social media group, somebody pointed out to me, they were posting, looking for families they could help. And they never reached out to me for like recognition to tell me that they were helping give back or whatever, like I did for them, or nothing. They didn't look for attention. Someone pointed out to me that they were actually doing it. And I was like, that's so cool. They didn't reach out to me to let me know like they're looking for some kind of praise or whatever. They still to this day never fucking mention it to me. So I thought that was really cool. So the fact that I did something for somebody because someone did something for me that made me want to help people, I did something for somebody that made them start helping people. I thought that was a really cool effect, that ripple effect. And I think that means everything.
The pay it forward. That's exactly.
Let's create more ripples.
Right?
Woo!
See that whole story kind of got me a little choked up, because that's exactly what my whole goal. Like my ultimate dream is to be able to walk up to like a struggling mom in like Walmart. She can't afford to pay shit, and just like give her a stack of cash, then just walk away.
Like, what's up?
No
girl?
cameras, no bullshit, just there.
So good.
Like, take care of your kids and then just bail out. That's the whole point in getting rich. Be able to help people, give back, do things like that. The whole pay it forward thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I definitely respect that.
Man, I love it because it's kind of like I, realized like I had no idea how much it affects people. And then I thought about it in perspective. I'm like, well, shit, 20 plus years later, you didn't forget what that one elderly woman did for you. When she could have looked at you like, oh, it's 5 a.m. and this young kid is out here. He's probably a punk bastard, like probably out here because he brought that on himself, but didn't judge me or make that assumption like I would have. And the fact that I never forgot that, it's like, dude, you don't even know when you help someone. Like, they may carry that for life and never forget that. And it may change the way they view people and they might help people. You have no idea until you see it. And you're like, holy shit, So it's really cool to see that people pass that on.
Yeah. It's definitely something that can spark a lot more giving into somebody. You don't really understand the power of giving until someone gives to you when you're in need. And then it'll definitely open up your eyes a little bit.
It's true. Very true. With that being said, we're gonna keep going and keep pushing, and motherfuckers out there watching us, you're going through a hard time. Just keep going, man. All they can do is tell you no, but it always takes a few no's to get that one yes.
That's right. Might take 1,000 no's to get that one yes, but that one yes is worth it.
That's what I was telling you the other day. When I go to work and I'm like trying to find new clients and shit, I look for the no's because the no's are the easiest to get.
That's right.
I get told to shut the fuck up way faster than someone says, here's $10,000.
Right.
So get to those first. Take those no's, wash it off. You'll get that yes. Just keep pushing.
That's right. Definitely got to keep pushing, keep grinding, never give up. Once you give up, that's when you fail.
Damn straight. I advocate that all the time. The only failure is the one that stops getting up.
Right? You're going to fail your way to success.
I will. I mean, changing your mind is, what is it, like changing your mind is strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
New data, new decisions, new outcome.
That's right.
That's where it is. Well, TATTNESS, it's been a pleasure having you on our show tonight. If you had one last shout out, one last message, what would it be to the audience?
Man, that's easy. And it's been an honor, by the way. The last thing I want to leave people with is something that I've said to people time and time again, because I've been asked to be a motivational speaker out, in the actual schools that I sat in the doorways of at 3 a.m. trying to get out of the cold wind when I was homeless at 15. That's a trip. And the one thing I leave with them with before I finish my speech is this. I always tell people, as human beings, as a toddler, we fall between 50 and 150 times while learning to walk. But never once does it cross our mind that maybe walking is just not for us. So I challenge people to figure out, at what point in life did you start making that excuse? Well, this didn't succeed the first 3 times I tried it, so maybe it's just not for me. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Stop making excuses. Just keep at it till you get it.
Yep. Find solutions.
I love it.
It's the same amount of effort to find an excuse as
right.
to find a solution.
The only difference between someone that's successful and a loser is the successful person got up one more time.
One more time.
Stop making excuses and kept pushing through. And it's been an honor having you as well on our first episode of the Whoopcast.
Whoopcast!
It's definitely been a podcast full of whoop ass with you on it.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I got to get you on mine now.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, shit.
Can't wait.
Challenge accepted. But before we go, though, I have to ask this one last question, man. TATTNESS. Where does TATTNESS, where does it come from?
I fucking knew it.
Knew it.
I mean, I was going to let it go. I was like, nah, man, it's bothering me. I see the tattoos. I see it behind you, see it in front of you, beside you. Like, holy fuck, I gotta know.
That's branding for you. Hella branding. I like it too.
Everybody asks that, and I'm always like, God damn, this is like not the most earth-shattering fucking story. But I was a tattoo artist back in the day, and y'all know, we all know some people that have too much fucking pride to just say, I honestly can't remember what the fuck your name is.
Right.
So I had a client that fucking dealt with me enough and couldn't remember for the life of him what the fuck my name is. So that was a nickname he gave me because I was a tat artist and I'm pretty inked up. And it stuck with everybody else. So that was like, fuck it, I'm gonna brand this. Once I left Niagara, I'm like, when I make it to where I'm at now, motherfuckers are gonna hear that name and be like, I know him. Holy shit, he did my ink. Like that dude did some things. And it just, so
Created that brand.
and I mean, obviously it creates enough question that people, it sticks with them. Like, I need to know the origins of this.
Had to.
And then I bore them with the real story. That's not that fucking fascinating, but
Well, with that being said, I'm going to send you my song, Ink Me Up, because I'm pretty sure it's going to go very well with your theme. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Beautiful.
Dennis, thank you again for stopping by, hanging out with us. Now you got to do us one last favor before we let you go. Share this broadcast 7 times in 7 different locations and times that by 49.
Hey, it's a good thing I have multiple accounts and profiles and shit.
Woo!
Right, that helps. That helps. Huh?
Oh wait, don't talk about that occupation.
That's right. That's right. We're not adding stalking to the
Damn
list.
it, that's number 3.
We already kidnapped some people and
Fuck.
robbed a bank. We're not ending on stalking.
All right, sorry. I need to shut the fuck up. That's what needs to happen here.
It's getting a little crazy.
Dennis, you have a great night, man. Smoke some
You too,
weed,
brother.
pop one for us, and we'll definitely take you on your offer on joining you on your podcast. We'll face and go through that gauntlet.
Yeah, definitely can't wait. It's been an honor. You
Uh,
have a good night, man.
You too, bro. It's been fucking an honor for me, man.
It's been fun.
Woo woo.
That was fun, man.
That was intense.
He's a great guy. Great guy, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm like, holy fuck, shit.
He's killing it.
Fuck
Fucking
yes.
killing it out there.
Man, I didn't even know. I'm still fucking mind blown.
Bro, wait till you see the app, man. It looks really good.
Well, I have not seen the app. I'm glad you've seen it.
Yeah.
So now you can share it with me, and I can share with someone else.
That's right.
Oh my god! Then we can have that person sharing with someone else, and then
7
create
times.
that ripple effect where everyone's whooping ass together.
That's right. That's right. Got to whoop ass on everything you do.
You should.
Don't just half-ass it. Whoop ass it.
That means get all the way in.
That's
Do
right.
not finish. Do not finish. Make the bloody mess. I don't give that as advice. I'm just saying.
Don't do it.
That's
Don't
the
do
mentality.
it. We can't add that to the list.
Go all the way through. Finish what you start, motherfucker.
Can't keep adding all these crazy things to the list. We're getting into murder. It's getting crazy.
Oh my gosh.
It's getting wild.
Well, speaking of getting wild, we have a lot of wild things going on. A lot of wild things. For example, tomorrow night we have the pre-order launch party for the
Body Beast.
Body Beast.
Can't
There you
wait.
see J Kid's sexy chest.
Look
See
at-
that chest popping out at you.
Look at them sexy man titties.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look at that fat kid right there losing all that fat. I used to be a lot fatter than that.
Bro, you used to be fucking round and now you're fucking
I
wow.
was literally a bouncing ball.
You couldn't do jump rope, you couldn't do push-ups off your knees. Now you're jumping up off your knees, fucking doing push-ups,
And,
springing up off the ground.
And
Goddamn savage.
I think this Body Beast board. This Body Beast board is what got me there.
100%. That's all we did. We just finished day 52 of the 90-day challenge with the bodyboard.
Fuck, we're halfway. We're
That's
a
right.
little bit over halfway there.
The Body Beast is a freaking savage. It'll get you fit, get muscles popping that you didn't even know you had, get weight just falling off, get your wife looking at you in a whole new light. Ask this guy.
That's right.
Started some craziness.
I started crazy.
Starting the craziness.
Woo!
But make sure you pre-order yours. That's getfitfatkid.com. They go on sale tomorrow. You can follow along with the 90-day program. Get Fit Fat Kid. And to make sure that you follow along and you're getting the best results, go to repsports.com, use promo code FATKID so you can save 15% and get your protein, your G-pop, your recovery. You won't even need it because you're a body beast now, but you can get it at repsports.com using promo code FATKID to save 15%.
What was that again?
That's FATKID as the promo code. You know,
At repsports.com.
save 15%.
That's right. Man, you're just a freaking marketing machine.
Fucking killing
Woo!
that shit.
Welcome to the Whoopcast, a podcast full of whoop ass. And if you
Whoop
haven't tuned in,
ass.
you better tune the fuck in, because Shoots, Canoots, and Jerry Bear are on their way this Saturday night.
That's right. Jerry Bear. Jerry Bear loves to party. Loves to watch the fights. Get all excited.
Drink some beer.
Drink some beer. I love beer.
Speaking of beer,
I'm a fun drunk. I'll tell you what. God
Speaking of
damn.
I have to let everyone know that the Whoopcast will be sponsoring an awesome St. Patty's event coming out on Friday, March 19th, and we are booking now. So if you can either perform from the comfort of your home or studio, or come on down to our film studio, we are booking, and you could call us at the number down below to get information on how you can get your business, artist, or musician pals involved. Check this out. That's right. You saw green beer chugging competition, live performances, and we will also be having a St. Patty's Bone trivia game.
Bone trivia game?
That's right.
What is a bone trivia game?
That means if you get it wrong,
You get boned?
You get the bone.
That's right.
No, don't be nasty, you pervert.
Well, it sounded nasty. I don't know.
Jeez, well,
What
maybe-
bone she getting?
Well, maybe we can make
Or
it.
he? Whatever.
We can
Getting
make
that
it
bone.
No, I'm just saying you get the bone. Like something bad may happen to you.
Oh, okay.
You know, when
Okay.
you win, you get a prize, and when you lose, you may get your ass whooped.
Fucking whoop ass. You can't mess with these guns. Fucking sexy. Ugh.
Now, this coming Saturday, as we said earlier, Shoots Canoots, Jer Bear will be sitting
fucking
down
Jer
together,
Bear.
commentating their first MMA fighting event.
Israel Adesanya versus the champion Jan Blachowicz. Personally, I got Jan. Everyone's counting him out. They're saying Izzy's gonna win. He's
Izzy's
gonna
gonna
pick
win.
him apart. I don't believe it.
I believe it.
Jan Blachowicz by
Izzy,
a
you're
knockout.
going all the way. Jer Bear doesn't
Honestly,
know a goddamn thing
first-
about statistics.
First round knockout.
Fuck that.
Amanda Nunes, she's gonna knock out Megan Anderson, and I think Peter Yan is gonna fuck Aljamain Sterling up. But that one I'm not 100% on. We'll find out. Do not follow my advice and bet on it, because I could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
Never
Until then, join us tomorrow night for the pre-launch party of the Body Beast, where you see us now, and that's where we'll be broadcasting, also live on Roku, Amazon Fire, Android, and Apple TV through the Boxcast app. Once you download the Boxcast app, just search B303 TV.
That's right. Make sure you sign up on all social media platforms. Hit like, hit subscribe on YouTube. Everywhere you can hit like, hit it, follow. And make sure you go to Get Fit Fat Kid tomorrow to get your Body Beast pre-order so you can follow along and become beasts. Yeah,
Peace.
look at this. Look at this animal. He's an animal.
I am an animal.
That's right. You should wait till you see
an
these
animal.
workouts. From day 1 to day 52 today, it's a whole new person. It's like he's aging backwards. You
I
too
am.
can age backwards.
You can. My beard was fully gray. Now look, it's gaining color. My color and my beard's coming back. Holy fuck.
So you're a beast. You're a body beast,
I know.
man.
I'm a sexy beast. That's what I am.
That's
Fuck
right.
these motherfuckers. You could call me fat and ugly all you want. I'm like, I know. Why are you talking to me though?
That's right. That's because fatty fashion is our passion, man.
Fatty fashion is my passion.
Make sure you get your merch,
Fuck you,
your
Walmart.
fatty fashion merch at getfitfatkid.com. Available now. And pre-order your body beast.
It's only $50. $50 to have an on-the-go push-up action machine that looks just like this. Look at that.
9 different
Look at
push-up
that.
positions. You got the resistance band. You're gonna become a savage. Take it anywhere. You can work out with your kids. Day one, we got my son. It's the ultimate at-home fitness on the go. Just got done traveling. You're in the hotel. You don't want to use that coat, that germ-filled gym. Can't say the word because
Germ-filled.
can't say the word because the flag you. In that germ-filled gym.
You pandemic gym.
That pandemic gym. That's right. I like it. You bust out your body beast. 15 minutes. You're feeling jacked. Good to go. And make sure you go to repsports.com. Get your protein to fuel your body. Use promo code FATKID to save 15%.
That's right. See how fast I am with that trigger finger?
That's right. Finger bang.
Ooh, you nasty man.
I'm just saying.
I'm Bounce Ball Boogie.
I'm J Kid.
And this is the Whoopcast, a podcast full of
Whoop ass.
fucker. That was good.
That was good.
That's real good.
Fucking killing
Oh,
shit,
man.
bro.
Can't believe we did that good.
That's right.
Woo! All right.
Live on the Whoopcast.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shoots Canoots,
I'm on Jerry Bear.
and we're Whoopcast, a podcast full of whoop-ass.
That's right. And we're coming to you live this Saturday for the Jan Blachowicz and Israel Adesanya fight.
That's right.
It's gonna be a goddamn octagon burner.
Burner.
You ready to see some tables, some ladders? Oh wait, that's the other one, right?
We're gonna see faces get bust the fuck in.
Seeing fists of fury.
That's right.
Goddamn right. I'm fucking ready to see it.
This the place we're gonna get raw, live commentary brought to you by the Whoopcast. So tune in live on YouTube to the Whoopcast, a podcast full of whoop-ass.
Yeah.
Let that ink in the needle hit my flesh and guess I'm obsessed. I'll be first of a man that I never will quit. Till my skin is covered up with the story called life. I'll get a bad time that I put in these rhymes. My life ain't crime, got me doing time. I can close my eyes like an on rewind. Think of my flesh is my design, so I can't resign. But now you know me, a real OG. I'll be true to my name. I was ready to bounce, got a stack, not a bounce. I'm ready to flee, cause I'm a free bird. I'm never gonna burn mistakes I've learned. I'm six, I've earned, and again it's my turn. Fucking up like sherm, but the catch in the urn, and the catch in the curve will serve for the birds. I'll swerve for the words that I read today. Ink me up, sleep me out. Ink me up, sleep me out. Inked up, sleep down. Inked up, sleep down. Show my pain on my body. Show my love on my body. Show the world my true colors. Represent my dead brothers. Ink me up. I'm wild, but I never reconcile with the demons exiles. When they follow me for miles, when I throw them on the piles, it makes it much worse. Something y'all disperse, I get them all cursed, and then leave me to the hearse. The truth always hurts, so I tell it in my flash, so I go with represent. I walk, I'm under limit, knowing that I'm unforgiving. I'm a freak, but I'm never going weak. With time that I speak, my head is in the cheek, is the heat that you seek. When I'm moving on the street, with a bag about the drink, but you never pull it once. Now you're with a dunce on the stunt, now you're pumped like a play in the trunk. The rest being necessary, nobody's a therapy, there's a needle dig in, the he said it, never look again. About that night, my homies don't die. Let's die. Sleep me out, ink me up, sleep me out. Inked up, sleep down, inked up, sleep down. Show my pain on my body, show my love on my body. Show the world my true colors, represent my dead brothers. Show the world my true colors, represent my dead brothers. Put this ink in my flesh, represent it till my final breath. For my love, for my hate, I'ma put it on my skin, I don't wanna call it in. I got nothing to God, I was raised to die, never gonna take a knife, stand back and tell a child, I go with their rise, so I'm feeling outside. Being to the struggle, still deep in the jungle. Someone going knocks on my door, someone's like my gun, I was cocked, so don't look shocked when I go in that door, when I let one pop. All my thoughts must be expressed. express. With no flow, still represent. This is the campus of God gave. Eat me up, sleep me out. Eat me up, sleep me out. Eat up, sleep down. Eat up, sleep down. Show my pain on my body. Show my love on my body. Show the world my true colors. Represent my dead brothers. Ink me up, sleep me out. Ink me up, sleep me out. Ink up, sleep down. Ink up, sleep down. Show my pain on my body. Show my love on my body. Show the world my true colors. Represent